Having trouble getting my iPad to get started up on this thing. What's going on here? Let's see here. Here we go. I think we're here. Yep, we're here. Get a little closer. All right. Everybody can see me okay? Like I said, I'm starting a little earlier. Just want to get the hang of things because this wouldn't want to connect. My phone didn't want to connect. My generator didn't want to start. My air conditioner didn't want to start. It's about time to get out of here. See what's going on. Whew, it is warm though. It is a warm day. Everybody hear me okay? We've got the generator running on the other side of the bus and see what's going on with that. And the generator just shut off on the other side of the bus. Let me go ahead and get it started. I'll be right back. Nope. All right, it's still on. It's just doing weird things today. All right, I'm back here. All right. See if we can catch anybody in here. Anybody on here yet? Welcome to the live, a little early. Whew. Yeah, my generator, it's tired. It's been running for the last week pretty much nonstop, and I can tell it needs a rest. But it's running, but it's surging up and down right now. So I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to check the plug and other things, but not right now. It's too hot. Let's see. Got somebody signed in here. Oh, the Rogue Chef. Hey, Rogue Chef. You're still waiting on a part. Did the JB Weld hold? Should be here any time. At least I'm in an hour from camp. Yeah, I hope your parts get in there. What do you have? Like you got a Cummins engine in that bus? Julio her. Yo again. Yeah, we're just seeing what's going on. Yep. So Rogue Chef, I guess you didn't make it to your campground as if you're an hour away. So you said you had 60 miles to go, but that those things happen. I'm afraid when those things do happen. Too much for the high pressure. Yeah. That 24 valve Cummins. That's a lot of pressure on those injectors for sure. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you can use tape and clamps, and it's tough. I actually was able to one time to seal up a high pressure power steering hose on a Honda. That was a challenge. Let me tell you what. But I got it sealed up long enough to get it to the shop to get a new hose put on. Just luckily, it happened to be under recall. Lizzie Lee, hello, TomandZen. How you doing? Zen is inside the bus today in the air conditioning, so he won't be out. Hi, John from Sooner from OK City. How's things in Oklahoma? Any bad weather going that way? Nothing but BS. Are you running your bus for the HVAC? No, I'm not. I'm running a separate window unit with a separate generator. I do have AC in the bus, but I don't want to burn a bunch of fuel and have the thing sitting here idling while I'm running the air conditioner. The other day when I went into town, I did have the AC on, and that kind of helped knock the heat off until I got back to plug in the window unit. So, but no, we're not running running the AC. I will be running it when I leave here. I'm going to do a quick charge on it. I think I'm a little low on Freon on one of them, so I need to check and see what's going on. Everything is nice. Is that 7 degrees or 70? I hope it's 7 degrees, 70. But it had no storms yet. Yeah, 78. Okay, that's even better than 7. But no storms yet. They'll come through that way, I'm sure. But yeah, that's where the lady ferns are heading pretty soon. They're heading to that area. There's 100 pounds of pressure in the fuel line. I know there's a lot in them when you don't want to take them off whenever they're pressurized, for sure. Can everybody hear me okay back there? I've got the generator on the other side competing with it, but it came back on again, so. Yeah, hi Richard. And 78 in Oklahoma City. It's 90, I think it's 95 here right now. So it's actually cool. It's been about 12 degrees cooler than what it was a few days ago, which is, whew, thank goodness for that. It was getting too warm. Let me see what I've got. I don't have my, I'm gonna have to redo my live here because it's quit running on me. I saw questions pop up and I haven't seen anything on my iPad, so here we go. All right, now we can see. Yeah. Are you hoping to meet Lady Ferns? I hope you get to meet them. They're a pretty cool group of couple of ladies there for sure. They should be in your way somewhere that way. I think they're somewhere in, where'd she say? In New Mexico, I think now, somewhere out there. I'm not for sure, but they're posted up out of the heat for a while. Minglewood Blues, hello, 91 in Southeast Arizona. Yes, about 95 here. I think the highest it got was 107 or 8, and every forecast was different. Every temperature I saw was different. Some were 112, some were 104, some were 107. So we'll just go with that. It was hot. The air conditioner on the bus worked okay. It kept it comfortable, but not really cool until the sun went down at night. Then it started cooling down to where it was really almost chilly in there. Once the sun got off all this metal. Hey, Scott's on tour. You guys are up late tonight. You missed the last couple of lives. Yeah, I haven't noticed you missed a couple, but I noticed we also had the time change, so we're an hour behind on California time. So, and I'm trying to listen. My generator just did something weird again. It went up and then dropped back down. I think it's still running. I don't know. It's about time to give it a rest. How are things over in Scotland? Yeah, here it's running. Anyway, yeah, we came on a little bit early today just to see how long we stay on here because this is my last time for live in Quartzsite. I am leaving tomorrow. We're getting out of here and heading up to higher elevation. So we are moving north. Heading to Arizona next week. Well, that's pretty good because it's going to be back to normal temperatures next week for this area. So that's kind of nice. You missed the excess of heat wave, but it's going to be back in the 80s, I think, in this area. But I'm not going to be here. We are heading north, heading towards Prescott. Yeah, you missed 2 heat waves. The last one was the big one, and it covered the entire Southwest USA. And thank goodness it's gone because it was, like I said, it was much warmer than it is now. I know one thing you got to watch out running generators. They do put out the fumes. They stink like crazy no matter where you're at. I always try to keep it away from the bus where the wind's blowing the opposite direction. But I can smell it right now because I had to put it on the other side for me to get into the shade. And I didn't want to bring it over here and try to compete with the generator noise. But you got to be careful with generators. They put out the carbon monoxide. They're bad. We got a better connection today because my screen is actually, if you can see it or not, it's kind of hard to see the reflection, but I'm in there somewhere. I'm actually moving in the iPad this time. Usually my picture freezes up. Oh, guess what? It froze up. A little early, wasn't I? There we go. It doesn't like the movement. Yeah, my generator kicked back up again. Maybe it didn't like the air conditioner. I don't know what's going on. Loud and clear, good. I'm glad I'm coming through loud and clear. I like wearing the microphone because it gets a pretty good vocal of, if you don't have a microphone, then you get to pick up all the background noise and everything all over the place. And then you have to kind of fight with the wind and the other obstacles in the background. And the flies have been out today like crazy. They've been mean again. Did everybody get to see my snake in my last video? Any more snakes in camp? Well, that's what I was just asking. Yeah, I had one yesterday. Another baby gopher snake this time. It's a lot smaller, so I think that must have been the mama that I was running through here the other day because it was just right outside the door, about 10 feet from the bus, laid up underneath a piece of bark over there. But yeah, they're good to have. Gopher snakes good to have because they kill the rodents and I think other snakes too sometimes. Looked 5 feet long. He wasn't quite 5 feet long, but it was a good 3+ once it got stretched out. But it was only about that big around, just a little bitty tiny one. Usually rattlesnakes and stuff will have a bigger head, then they'll be like a fatter body, then get skinnier to the back. But this one was pretty tapered all the way back and a real long, slender tail. And I read on the gopher snakes too that they'll mimic a rattlesnake. And so if they get threatened, they'll flatten their head down and they'll put their tail in the air and shake it like a rattler, but there's no rattles there. So um, I didn't want to upset it, so I just let it crawl off. Yeah, that's the first snake I've seen in camp since I've been in here. I'm sure they've been through camp, but I haven't seen them. So, because they're everywhere out of here. And there's been a lot of wildlife. I did a bee a while ago, was in the ground, in the nest and right below my feet. And then the lizards have been out everywhere and all kinds of animals. Yeah, it's an inverter type generator, and it will cycle. I notice it's doing that when the AC kicks on, it ramps up, and then when it kicks off. But usually what it does is when it first comes on, it runs a steady rate because the compressor in the AC is running all the time. So something in the air conditioner is kicking on and off, and it's only been on for like 20 minutes. So um, it hadn't been running, but now it's kind of leveled out again. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm used to the inverter as power needs, kick in and out and see what happens. Thomas F690, do critters ever get inside the bus or the engine? I've had mice in the bus and in the engine area. But I use traps and I catch them all, and I think I've got the inside pretty much, hopefully, all sealed up from getting in. I had one hole right behind me underneath this battery box that was open to the body, and I found it and sealed it off when I was up in Utah. But haven't had any problem under the hood besides just crawling around, and no chewed wires, knock on wood, or anything else. I did find one nest under the turbo a couple of years ago, but I haven't seen one since. So yeah, the party's arrived. All right, now you can get busy and get back on the road again and see what's going on. I just lost my YouTube. Oh. Here we go. See what's going on with this thing. Yeah, I got to use this because when my phone's this way, it doesn't show any words. It just shows the picture. And see what this thing's just kicking off again. Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay, your parts arrived. Okay, good. You get that thing put on. It should be a pretty easy fix, I think. I mean, I haven't worked on a Cummins or a diesel injector system, so I don't know. But from what I've seen, it's just basically, I think it's just a metal, like a brake line, right? I think so. No beer, Bob. When will you be back in Navajo Lake? We're heading that way tomorrow. I won't be up there probably till May before we get there, but we're leaving out of here tomorrow. And Patrick, do you like cats? I like cats. I used to have 6 cats at one time, and so now I just got the dog. But cats I like cats. Cats are very independent, so that's for sure. Yeah, my generator's running smooth again. See what happens. And my iPad's working again. It's getting hot though. Woo. The outside temperature and the thing running, it gets hot. Hello, Sarita. TomandZen. Yep, Zen's inside the bus in the air conditioning with the fan on him, so he's cooling off in there. It is a little cooler today, but it is still warm. Still warm. How much solar do I have? I have 600 watts. 400 on top of the roof and a 200 floor panel, outside array. I need to get more. I think you should at least, if you're doing this kind of life, you should at least have 800 watts to 1,000 watts. Is probably a pretty good, base to start with because I need 5,000. Yeah, I do need 5,000 sometimes. But I'm thinking at least 1,000. I got the roof line for it. I've got 30 feet of roof. I could still put lots of panels up there. But I'm getting by with 600, but I think I'll invest in and get another 200 at least. And like an outside one behind me, you can't see it, but it's back there. One of those. And I think I might get another one of those and hook it up, because they work pretty good, easy to move around. You can get them out into the sun when your vehicle's parked in the shade, so it'll still give me some power. Richard, have I ever tried Grandpa Gus critter spray? No, I haven't. I've seen Adventuring with Amanda. She uses it quite a bit, seemed like. And some other people have used the Grandpa Gus, but I hadn't ever used it because I haven't actually, like I said, knock on wood, had a problem with the mice. Now, my daughter did in her Toyota. It did $10,000 worth of damage under the hood. Some pack rats got in there and just ate the thing up. But that had a different flavor of wires, I think, in the Toyotas than this old 20-year-old bus. But yeah, don't buy it till I chat with Corky. I think you've talked about Corky, but I know you went somewhere, I think, and you got some solar panels over the season. But I'm not in a big hurry, because like I said, I don't really have that much power needs. So, and I don't run out of batteries. So I've got, what I have, 565 amp hours of batteries right now. And not a problem, because I'm running out, but it is nice to have more, because you'll generate return faster and charge them up quicker. Yeah, I think the Grandpa Gus, isn't that just kind of like a licorice flavor, licorice smell or something? It seems to work though, but I never haven't gotten it yet. I tried, the lights wrapped around. That didn't help any. Tried different things, didn't help any. A cat might help on the inside for sure. Um, and then speaking of cats and mice, that reminds me of a story that I think Patrick told me, Buzzkill here, that he had a friend that, if I get this right, I think he said he cut a hole in his doghouse of his vehicle and or with a ramp, so the mice could come in and the cats could catch them. I'm not for sure. um, that sounds like a bad way for the cats to catch mice for sure. Peppermint smell. Okay, peppermint smell. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't had any problem. I haven't seen any mice even out here in the desert. I've seen a few ground squirrels and different things, but I haven't seen any kind of mice. And where I have a lot of mouse infestation is up in the forest, in the up in that area up there. Here we go. Oh. No Beer Bob, do you know of a favorite forestry road near Navajo Lake for off-grid boondocking? There are a couple up that area. Highway 70 out of Duck Creek has got several down there, and they're 16 days boondocking in Utah. And that's along, like I said, the Highway 70 is usually always clear. Now, the forest road that I'm on is, I think, still blocked off until April or May. So I don't think it's even open yet. But there's a lot in that area. I've seen several forest roads. Strawberry Ridge area is one, but Highway 70 is another one. And there's just a bunch of places around there that are boondock friendly. But that's one thing to look forward to. Look for Highway 70 and heading to the north from Highway 14. And you'll see a lot of national forest boondocking areas all the way through there, clear up through Mammoth Village, I think's what it is. Yeah, Mammoth Village. They're just, like I said, it's everywhere. Dixie National Forest is 2 million acres. And so there's usually pretty good boondocking in the snow is the issue, but I don't think there's near as much snow right now as there has been. So it should be pretty well and easy to get in there. Whew, and my generator is peaking back up again. So I think it's finally settled in. Hello, Janet. You've been issues with your back, so I haven't been keeping up with well, we're still here on YouTube. So whenever you get a chance, you can go back and look. That's the nice thing about it. They can always they'll hang around. Parkinson, no, I bet Parkinson is not fun to deal with or live with at all for sure. Sorry about that, but it is not. Jay Potter, I'm still here in Q. This is my spot. I'm leaving tomorrow. We're going heading towards Prescott, going to the National Forest up there, and it's about 5,000 to 6,000 feet. So it's going to be a little cooler and kind of a stopping point, and someplace I have not been before. So we're going to go up there, and I do have a Walmart order put in, so I can do a pickup at the Walmart. I think there's 3 Walmarts in Prescott area, so it must be a pretty decent sized area. But we're going to pick up a Walmart order and then head for the forest somewhere and see what happens that. Yeah, we're still here at Quartzsite. Like I said, it's a lot more comfortable now than what it was a few days ago. And then next week it's supposed to be back in the 80s, so back to normal temperatures. But I won't be here. But yeah, drinking the liquids. This is not good for you, but ooh, gives you a little buzz in your nose, in the nose. Well, you found my channel last week. Well, welcome. And yeah, I do have several on hosting. There, 2 or 3 are actually talking about what the host does, and the other ones are just basically being in the camp, as you probably have seen, and doing that. So we may do another camp host duties as I get up there this season and see what goes on, because I like to kind of wait and see what's going on. And before, with the surroundings, the Forest Service, the conditions, the people, and etc. And before I give a camp hosting, what's involved in camp hosting. And one nice thing about camp hosting, I got a raise. So Utah is the lowest paid, I think, lowest paid camp hosting jobs in their system. So we got a little bit of a raise, which would be enough to buy another gallon of diesel a week. So yeah, I think the camp hosts in Colorado get almost $16 an hour, and those in California almost $20 an hour. In Utah, just a little over 13. So it's quite a bit of difference. But I like going there because it's close to Quartzsite, and I don't have to drive as far and get there. Because if you got to drive a long distance, say 1,000+ miles or something in a big rig, and you're only going to get 10 hours a week, you're not going to make any money for the summer. Anytime you pay for fuel. Howdy from Greensboro. Hey, Penn McClellan. You should be getting your sticker pretty soon. I sent all the stickers were sent out on Saturday. So they probably went out, what is today, Tuesday? Probably all hit in the mail yesterday. But all the stickers that everybody has requested are on the in the system. Geraldine, thank you for sharing your life with us. Zen is happy he is resting. Yeah, he's staying inside the air conditioning on the floor because, the cool air settles. So he's on the floor. He's got a fan on him. And so he's comfortable. And he likes that, even though it's not too hot today. But he got kind of used to being in the air conditioning with the fan on for the last week. So you're riding your cycle out to Mesa this weekend from Georgia. Ooh, you're going to scout out Q for December. Well, you're a long way from Georgia on a motorcycle. But yeah, it'll be a little cooler this weekend, so you'll kind of see what it's kind of like in April. But there's not a whole lot out here, let me tell you. You'll be able just to drive around, but it's something, either you like or you don't like. So I happen to enjoy it. So, and there's still quite a few people here. I went to get water Saturday, and there's still a lot of folks on the south side, on the other side, still over there. Over here on my side, between here and the dumpster, which is almost a mile, I think there's, on this side of the road, I think there's 4 of us. I think it's 4. So it's really, really thinned out. OJ Paul, you got your, okay, you live in Mesa? Yep. That's good. Mesa and Phoenix area are hot, as you'll know. Phoenix gets hot in the summertime and stays hot. Yeah, probably the post of Scotland might be a little bit expensive on that, but I'll tell you what you can do, Elaine. If you happen to know somewhere when you're here in the States that you'll be at receiving mail at a post office somewhere, send me the address on email at TomandZen@yahoo.com, and I can send you a sticker in the email, not the email. I can send you a sticker in the mail. So maybe you could pick it up at a post office somewhere. Maybe, I don't know if you can do that. I'm using general delivery for my post office pickups. But that's one way to get it to you. If not, I'll have a whole bunch next season. So that's for sure. I got 4 stickers now. They're the last one I sent out. Nobody's seen it yet. It's a brand new one. It looks just like the other one, except it's got just a little bit different colors and a little different things. So, and I've got a request into the guy that did my original sticker to do some changes on one of them, and maybe he can design something a little different for a newer sticker. But I haven't heard back from him yet. He's in the process of building a what's he building? He's building a truck camper right now, a big 4-wheel drive, huge international log truck with a big box in the back of it. So kind of busy. All right, sounds great. Yeah. If you let me know if you'll happen to be, like I said, somewhere in the States, you'll be at a post office for a while, or I could send one to you. Usually the post office will hold them for 30 days, the mail. So if you know where you're going to be somewhere in that time period, and then if you haven't, the town, all I need is just a town. I don't need the address, just a town that you're going to be in that you want the post office to pick up your general delivery. And when you get there, then you can pick it up. So where do you order stickers? You send me an email at TomandZen@yahoo.com with your mailing address, and that's where all my stickers get sent out at right now. Like I said, I just sent out, I think, 15 or 16 or 17 envelopes worth on Saturday. So, and I've got another person sent one in, so I've got some more going out pretty soon. Hi from Baja. Hey Brian, how you doing? How things down there in Baja? Did you get a chance to go fishing yet? I hope you have. Still fishing? Okay, good. That's good. Well, you don't have to rush back because we're not going to Kingman this year, so we won't see you up there. We're going to go over to Prescott and up to Ash Fork, and then up to the Grand Canyon and go around that way. So Yeah, no beer, Bob. If you want to have stickers made, there's so many places online you can have stickers made. I use a place called stickers.com, and they're super fast. Usually within 1 or 2 days, they'll be in the mail and sent back out to you. So they're really, really quick. And you can design your own stickers on their website. And what do you want to do? So I would like that route. I haven't been that way before, Brian. So my first time to go to Prescott, and I've been on I-40, but I haven't been 89. So I know it's got some mountains and some curves, but um, bring it on. we're we're going to see what this bus will do in the mountains. It's been in the desert so long, I forgot what a hill looks like. Wife and dog missing. Reward for dog. Art Vandelay. Well, my dog's in the bus and air conditioning, so he's around, but he's just cooling off. Okay, you did 89 last April. Did you go through Prescott in that area? Um, I know that 89 in Utah is a really good road. I haven't been on 89 in Arizona. I know 89A could be a little questionable on a bigger rig, especially the one between uh, towards Sedona and Flagstaff is not recommended for vehicles over, I think, 38 feet or something. It looks nice, but it's a lot of curves. Good thing I got the brakes fixed. Yeah, I had any problem with the brakes. I just couldn't get it. I couldn't get it to move. They were working so well, Brian. It wouldn't move. But now it does work. So, oh, you're in Prescott for a few days. Okay, okay. I haven't, like I said, never have been there. So, um, it's going to be a first time for me. And I talked to some man this morning that lived there years and years ago, and talked about how it's grown like crazy. But he said it's pretty hilly, and it's like 5,300 feet. So like almost 5,000 feet higher than what it is down here. So we're ready for the, you know, downhill is the most damaging. You know, that's what somebody said this morning. I said, going up's not bad, but watch going out, going downhill. Yeah, because I kick the thing down in gear and then try not to use brakes as much as I can, because I learned my lesson the first time out when I got to the bottom of the hill. My brakes were smoking really bad. So, J part of 2,000 miles, but 65 miles, 65 miles per gallon on your motorcycle. Yep, that's pretty good. Out of the 4 LTVA around Q, what would you have my favorite? I do, and I'm in it right here. Um, this is Tyson Wash, and the reason I like Tyson Wash is it's 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 one of the furthest south from town, and it's a lot of backs up against the mountains and the LTV and the BLM land, so there's nobody back behind you on one side, and it's just quieter over here. The south is really, really busy with all the people and your water and your sewer, you know, your stuff over there. So it gets a lot of business. The north, I think, is probably okay, but I haven't been over there. Um, there's a lot of tent and small vehicles over that way because it's real close to town. And the LTVA West, which is just past Tyson Wash here, is a lot of rigs that are self-contained because there's no bathrooms in that point. That part of Tyson LTVA West was built for self-contained, no restrooms. So that's. But I like Tyson Wash, and that's where I've been to my last 3 seasons. I've been here. It's just quieter, and it goes a good couple 3 miles that way, still further down. So, but it's kind of nice. Yeah, I just like coming in because, like I said, anything on the back, there's nobody back behind me, so it's really nice to stay over on this side of the anywhere on the west or Tyson Wash, because you got, like I said, nobody back behind, and you can see um, the mountains and things back behind you. And there's no one, like I said, it's nice sunsets. You don't have as great sunsets because I think the further away you'll have a more of a profound sunset, but closer to the mountains, you got good, nice sunsets. But don't tell him about my spot. It is a nice spot. But there are a lot over here that are really nice too. So just, but I like to be able to find trees which are not. There are a lot of trees here, but they're not very big trees, and it's just nice to have a tree in the afternoon, especially with the sun beating down on the bus. Been really nice since the air conditioner's been running. Keep the heat off the bus in the afternoon. It's getting hot there in Hurricane too. Yeah, yeah. Summer is coming upon us. Hopefully, it'll start cooling down. Um, Here in a way, it's going to drop a little bit, but it won't get cool till you get to the mountains. Let me look at something on this real quick here. But I don't know if I can get this thing to turn around here. Oh, let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how this thing works here. I don't know. Anyway, I can't. We'll get that figured out. I'm not a tech person for sure. For sure. Chilly here in northern Kentucky. I bet it's nice over there in Kentucky. You've had some weird, interesting weather too. From what I've seen in other places, it's been hot, cold, hot, cold. So, am I using Starlink? No, I'm not using Starlink. I'm using a Wi-Fi router through my cell phone network. That's pretty good, unless you don't have cell signal, then you won't get anything on cell phone signal. That's where Starlink comes in shining like a star, because as long as you get access to the sky, you can get a Starlink. But cell phone, once you lose the signal, you're not getting it back. So, Vicky from Oklahoma, hot and windy. 90 and winds at 45 miles an hour. Whew, winds have been crazy. Did I get my last package? No, I did not get my package. I actually wound up canceling it because it is lost. Been in loss for over a week. I just canceled it and got a refund, and I'll just get something later on whenever I get to another spot where I can order something. But no, it didn't make it. I don't know where it went to. It's a possibility, as Amazon says, it's a possibility it may still arrive and I won't be charged for the items. So we'll see. But I doubt if I'll see it. So high humidity, yeah. Oh, I know about humidity. That is terrible. Um, Terrible humidity. Here we've been about 15% humidity, so it's been pretty nice. When am I leaving for my next destination? Tomorrow. We're heading out tomorrow morning. You have AT&T. I use Verizon. Um, I've had good luck with Verizon, and of course, everything's changed over the years. But what my cell phone internet does is it one of those that checks and bounces around, so it picks up different signals, and it'll pick up the strongest signal. That's what I'm told, but it does pretty good. And the nearest tower is only about 2 miles away from me, so that's one reason why it's pretty good here. And then I'll find out more when I get on the road. I do have a cell booster, and so I'm waiting to see what it does when I get on the road and get that going. Well, thank you for the well wishes. I see. Yeah, we're heading out tomorrow, heading north. Can't get in my campground till May, so I got a month. No hurry. Yeah, but actually, it's not too bad in the shade. There's a little bit of a breeze today, and like I said, it's about 95, so it's much better than what it was at 107. Temperatures are starting to get up to 50 now. Woo! That's nice. Um, I thought it was kind of funny when I was watching like I told you, that guy that's up in Aberdeenshire, Scotland, that he talks about how it gets above, I think it's about 68 degrees. So whatever Celsius that is, he said it gets way too hot for him. I laughed. um, um, let's see what else. Oh, we got here. Oh, I got a bunch all at once here. Um, Janet Hall, travel safe. I hope you're able to. I hope we can enjoy our travels too, and I hope that this thing here will get us there without any problem. Knock on wood. It's been doing pretty decent, and we'll see. We'll just need to get it on the road and get some more miles on it. But hopefully we'll get the mountains and we'll get going. Hopefully there's no breakdowns. And that's why I never leave on a weekend. I always leave to do a trip either the first or middle part of the week, because my theory is that when you break down, you'll have a better chance of getting it fixed than you have to wait all weekend until the Monday. So it's just my thinking. So because I did try to leave twice over the years on Friday and broke down both times. So it kind of made me think, like, why don't I leave on Monday? So when I break down, they can have it in the shop on Tuesday. So yeah, maybe you'll see what happens. 70 is considered a heat wave. I bet it is. I bet it is. Um, oh yeah, no beer, Bob. Good luck. Good luck with the bus, so you don't have to put up that easy makeshift house. Oh, thank goodness. I hope I don't have to do that ever again. But yeah, um, and I think if something happens to the bus this season, I'll just tell them to tow it to the campground and pick it up at the end of the season. Why not? It's not going anywhere. So just, you know, um, that's kind of hindsight. You learn from your incidents, and but hopefully that won't happen. We'll see what happens. It's been a decent bus. It's 20 years old to 2006, so it's 20 years old this year, and it's only got 93,000 miles on it. So it's not like it's worn out down the highway. Oh, you got AT&T, Sooner John, fiber optic network at home is fast. I bet it is fast. Fiber optic's pretty good. Um, it's interesting in what it can do, because a lot of times if I want to upload a video to YouTube, sometime it may be 3 minutes and sometime it may be 3 hours. It's not like it's that long a video, 8 to 10 minutes. And sometimes it just, bam, I'm like, what happened? It's already gone through. So, but yeah, it's a pretty good system whenever one works. $13.45 down and $1,200. That's pretty good, isn't it? I don't know what mine goes. I have no idea. It's nowhere near that. I don't think Starlink was even near that whenever I was on Starlink, but I will be using Starlink this summer at the campground. So that's one reason why I don't have Starlink all the time, because I get it for basically 4 months for free. So see what happens. You ever notice when you sit down in a chair, you kind of work your way out of it after a while? Just kind of slide right on out of the chair. Have me another drink here. This is just, what is it? Strawberry flavored water. No calories, all that stuff. Like I said, it's probably not good for you, but anyway, I'm using it. Sandy Breeze, yeah, you're in town at the RV park. Thank goodness for air conditioning. You got that right. My neighbor went to a motel for 3 or 4 nights just to get out. And she's in a Class A, but she decided to go find a motel room, which is probably a pretty good idea. So, like the mandarin flavor, I haven't seen mandarin flavor. And this stuff, the sparkling water at the dollar store, Walmart's got it too, all of them. I've got blood orange is pretty good, but this is strawberry and a peach. I like peach too. It's got that fuzzy feel to it. And I got my fly swatter because the flies they've been biting on me. But yep. Walmart's got their mandarin. Okay. I don't do much in Walmart. I do pickups at Walmart, so I need to see what's available and have it picked up. It's easier for me to do a pickup at Walmart than it is to park the bus, go inside for half an hour, leave Zen inside and bark the entire time. So it's just easy to place an order. I park the bus in the parking lot, grab a cart, go over to the pickup area, grab my groceries, go back to the bus and put it in, and I'm done with it. So. Jeff said, have you thought about putting more solar on top of the bus and maybe go with a 12-volt air conditioner? Yeah, I have, especially this week. I would like to get more solar anyway, and I may at some point putting in some more up there. I've got plenty of roof line to do it, or I may get another outside panel or two. But I thought about doing that. And the air conditioner, I don't really need it that much. This is the first time in 3 years that I've had the air conditioner on. And if it wasn't for waiting on the package, I probably would have been out of here because the flies are terrible. But other than that, I just wanted to make sure that it did work and it was comfortable. It did okay. It wasn't the greatest, but it took some of the heat off of everything, so it made it work. But yeah, I have thought about that. How the temperatures overnight? They're getting better. This morning it was 68 when I got up. So it's been in the upper 60s. The last 3 or 4 days it was in the low 70s, but it heats up really quick. By 9 o'clock, it's 90 degrees. So it really heats up fast. Today was a little bit different. So, okay. Whoop. Let's see. Kenman, it's finally getting warm enough in here in Indiana. You can finish working on the bus. Yeah, it's kind of warming up. 2000. Yeah, I remember. I think you talked about that before. International dog nose with the VT 466. Similar to mine with air brakes. I wish mine had air brakes, and I wish mine had the 466, but it doesn't, and it doesn't. So we just do what we got. But that's the thing to think about in the next bus. So. Okay, yep, dual fuel generator. Yeah, I know a couple people here in town in this area that have dual fuels, and they run it on propane because it runs cleaner. I don't know if it runs any longer than gas, but it'll run a little bit longer. I went through, let's see, my little tank holds like 1 gallon at a time, so I was doing maybe 2 gallons a day when I was running the air conditioner for about 12 hours. So that's not bad, but I think with the propane, I'd get a little bit longer than 2 gallons a day. But I only have a 2-gallon gas can. I wasn't prepared for that. So I put in gas in every bottle I could find, and I wound up with enough to have almost 6 gallons here. So that got me through 3 or 4 days. So it did pretty good. But yeah, the Champion 4500, I bet, yeah, that's a pretty big generator. Mine's a 2500. So the 45 is almost double the size. All right, 22 hours. Is that running nonstop? Or do you turn it on and off? I noticed one thing with the air conditioning is a lot of people know that you really can't turn them off because your vehicle or your rig won't cool back down once it's heated up. And so that's the hard part. Amazon's got panels. That's where I got my panels behind me. Those were Renogy panels, and they came with the solar controller, charge controller. So I got it for like $200, and that was a slightly used return, and they've been great. I mean, they're solid metal, and they're about 29 pounds, a little heavy, but they do pretty good. And I'm able to move it out or into the sun with the bus in the shade. I can still get some power. But that's one thing that people think about when you get out here is power. And then you got to think about, you got to have solar panels on your roof, but then again, you got to put your vehicle out in the sun, which heats up the vehicle, but you get power, but then your air conditioning won't keep up. It's just, it's a big circle. So there's probably no really happy ending in all that, is there? $169 for the 300 watt panel. Yep, that's pretty good price. That's usually $1 a watt. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good watts. Pretty good power. There's a place in Phoenix area called Santan Solar also that has used solar panels, and those are, from what I understand, really good, cheap price. That's where Rob from Travels with Dottie, that's where he got his at this season. And he got, I forgot how many watts, 600 or 700 watts for like $200 or something. They were really 300, really cheap. But I'm just waiting to see. I found a few solar panels down by the trash dumpster, but they were pretty well damaged beyond, probably not beyond use, but beyond what I wanted to use them for. Because I'm pretty sure when the glass gets shattered, that probably takes away some of the efficiency on it. So. Well, thanks, No Beer Bob. Thanks for coming along. Nice to talk to you too. So we're on here for another 10 minutes, and we're going to get out. ourselves. So yeah, I don't think you can ever have too much solar. The thing is, you know, you got to have your batteries to take the solar, and then you have your charge controllers. So it can get kind of complicated on getting a few things, and expensive too if you got to get all those things to replace it with. And a fly bite my ankle. But yeah, we're working at it. Someday we may upgrade to more solar. I just did the basic package when I first got on the road because I didn't know how much I actually needed. So I went with Renogy, and they were the company I used, and they had a starter pack, and that's what I got. Um, so it worked pretty good, and I'm still using them. But I am thinking about getting another panel array like I've got behind me. So that way I can have 800 total, and I'll be able to move those because sometimes in a certain spot in Utah where I'm camping at, there's pretty good shade. So I need to get um, the panels out away from the bus, and with the extension, I can get like 40 feet out, so they can get plenty of power, and that way the main bus can still stay in the shade. Let's see here. Wait for the next. I saw a question pop up, but my computer, my iPad didn't pick it up. Let's see what we've got going on here. Oh, here we go. No beer Bob. One of the manufacturers that make the dog carrying carts need to get a hold of you. So Zen, I know that would be great, wouldn't it? I would love to have one of those bark. What are they called? Bunch bikes, but they're big. They're made for dogs and carriers, and they have the cart in front, and but they're very expensive, like $6,000. But I think he would ride in it, especially being in front. I think he would ride better than being behind. But I'm no big hurry. I've got the cart put up in the bus, and everything's ready to go. To leave tomorrow, I've got to put the generator up, take the window unit out, and fill in the dog holes. There's like 5 more to fill in, and then we'll be out of here in a little time. So. Oh no! Well, good luck, Janet. I hope everything gets feeling better on that. Yeah, I know the back is a. Tell you what, when those backs have problems, that's your main support for your whole body. Um, am I still going to do my live streams while I'm on the road? Yes, I am. As long as I have cell phone signal, which I should have. Um, I'm trying to think of the route I'm going, and I think everywhere I went last season, I had cell phone signal. So I should have cell phone signal. And with the booster this year, it might have more cell phone signal. So we'll see what happens. But yes, we're still going to do Tuesdays Talks with Tom at 3 o'clock. And we'll get on the road, which starts tomorrow. So next week, we'll be in a different location. You'll probably be able to see pine trees behind me and stuff like that. So we'll see. But yeah, we're still going to do lives. And then we're also going to do them when I get to my campground, because Tuesday is my day off. So technically, I'm not really gone, but I'll be around somewhere, and I can still do the lives on Tuesday. I have to go inside the bus or hide myself from the campers so they can't come find me. But yeah, we're still gonna be on the road and still doing our lives. Let's see, Sooner John, you have to get 4 onto one connector. Yeah, you got to be careful on overloading those things too, because the wires get pretty hot sometimes. So you got to be careful what you're doing with solar, because it does put out the heat and the power. But yeah, we're still going to do lives, and we're doing another video. It'll be out tomorrow. We're just going to be a video of us packing up camp, and then there'll probably be one out on Friday, and the Friday one will be us actually leaving. So we're going to be a couple days behind, and but you guys already know that. So how many miles to my campground? I think it's a little over 400. So it's not that bad. There's no straight line to get there, but I think it's a little over 400 miles. I'm not for sure exactly, but somewhere in that area, between 400 and 500. I'm trying to think, when I left the campground last season and drove to here, I drove it in one day. So, and I think it was 420 something miles, and that's from a different campground on the western side of the state. So it's probably close to 500 time I get there. Have a safe trip. Thank you, Sooner John. That's right. You'll see us on next live next week. Same time, same place, maybe no different place, but we'll be on next week at 3 o'clock, which will still be Pacific time. And then once we get into Utah, then we'll be on Mountain time. So that's going to be a few weeks, 2 or 3, 4 weeks, where we get to the Utah area. And I've got some things I'm kind of planning out to go see in Utah, that some hikes and things that I've seen other video people go out and do the last couple of weeks. So I'm thinking about, I'll just go take care of those too while I'm up there. Waiting on the live with Zen riding in the trailer. Well, Brian, you might have to wait a long time for that one. Right now he's happy because it's packed up, and we can't do anything else until we get to our area. We probably won't do anything else with the trailer until we get to the campground, because it's just moving in and out. And if I got to leave for something the next day or after that, it's going to be hard and bulky to move around. I've got more stuff than I actually need again. So we're going to have to do some more purging on the bus. Yep, we're just going to boondock until May. I don't know when in May. We'll find out from my boss. I think last year I was up to like May 10th or something like that. I was able to get into a campground. So somewhere be about the second week of May, we should be back into the system of things. So, but yeah, we're going to boondock till then, kill time. I think last season it took us 2 months to go up there. We left middle of March instead of the end of March. And so this year was a little bit later, but I've got time. We've got time. And with the price of fuel right now, we don't want to drive too much. I want to just go and stay for a little bit, because as everybody knows, it's pretty expensive. And right now, diesel is almost $6 a gallon over here in Quartzsite. I think it's I think it is over 6 or close to it. So it's just a little expensive. So we want to go someplace and and hang out for a while. Need more training treats? Not yet. We're still good on training treats. I haven't been doing a whole lot of training with them, but we'll work on that next season. Who knows? Once he gets in, I may not need any more treats. Well, everybody, we've been on here for a little over an hour, so I think we'll end the live for this season, this session, and we'll catch you guys up on the next one in a different location. But we're going to be out of here tomorrow, as I mentioned, and getting on the road and see how far we can get. Hopefully, we'll have a good trip, and nothing will break down. And we do have a couple mountains to go up and over, but we're ready for the challenge. So yeah, we will be out on the road and keeping in touch. Like I said, next week, same 3 o'clock, we'll be here, and we'll get going there. Hi, Beth Roberts. You came on at the very end again. Oh no, we're getting ready to get off. Yeah, until next Tuesday, same time. Yeah, we're getting out of the heat. Like I said, we're hitting tomorrow. We're going to do Prescott, Arizona. We're going to be up there, and it's about 5,300 feet. So we're going to go where it's cooler, in the 70s instead of 90s, and try to be cool up there. Well, thanks everybody for coming along and on our journey, and thanks everybody for being here on our lives. So we shall get on the road tomorrow, and we'll keep in touch. Yep, be there next Tuesday. That's right, 3 o'clock Pacific time, Beth. So wherever you're at, is, add an hour or 2 hours to whatever it is. So we're on Pacific time. When we get to Utah, we'll be on Mountain time, so it'll be an hour difference. And we'll see everybody on the next one. Yep, got to go check on Zen. He's in there chilling in the air conditioning. Oh, you're in Apple. Okay, you're in the same time we are then right now. So you're good, Beth. Apple Valley, California. Yep. But I did mention earlier that all the stickers have been sent out. So everybody should be getting stickers this week. So anybody else needs stickers, email TomandZen@yahoo.com, and I'll get them sent out as soon as I can. So thanks everybody for coming along. See you guys around on the next one. Yeah, 3 p.m. Pacific time is our online time right now. So in Arizona, we'll be at 3 p.m. Once we get to Utah, we'll be at 3 p.m. Mountain time. It's going to be confusing, but we'll get it figured out. All right, see everybody on the next one. Everybody stay cool. Have a good one.